All right, everybody. So I guess we can get started now. Like I mentioned just a minute ago, my name is Nigel Leos. I am one of the Career Center counselors here at Irvine Valley College, and I'm really excited to be speaking with you all today to talk about Fast Track to Success, Career Education in 2 years or less. So hopefully you like that name because we worked really hard to make it rhyme a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started. So really quick in the chat, I just wanted to mention also that you all have a Q&A option at the bottom of the screen. So if you all have questions, please post them there so that we can get to them either at the end of the session or whenever we can. So thank you so much. But before I get started, I wanted to start with a quick little icebreaker. I know all of us have a hidden gem restaurant that we know of, or some place that we really like that not a lot of people go to. So I just want to share a couple of them of mine with you all. Um, One of them it's called Ja in Tustin. It's a dumpling house, and the other one is called Ensenada Surf and Turf Grill in Fullerton. So the reason why I asked that, which was a random question or icebreaker to ask, because it goes along with the theme of the actual presentation today, which is sometimes what we're looking for, the specific thing that we actually want, is not as obvious as it seems. Just like that hidden gem restaurant that we know of, sometimes we have to actually look for it. We have to ask the right people to find out where it is. And the same goes with trying to find our major or trying to explore for a career or trying to understand what we're supposed to do when we enter into college or finish high school, right? So uh, what I want to get started with is just what exactly you know about career education or career technical education, which is what some people refer to it as. The reason why I ask you what you know about career education is because a lot of people think that career education is something that you have to do very specifically for a very, very specific job. And although that is something that it's used for, that is not its only function. And that's why I'm here to explain to you that career education can be utilized in different ways. And especially it can be utilized for high school students so that high school students don't have to work at a fast food place right when they get out of high school to put themselves through college, or they don't have to do something that is not aligning with their career field or major. They can actually complete career education so that they might be able to get into something that can give them valuable experience in the future. So I also want to ask you what you've heard. A lot of people hear certain things about career education that maybe it's for adults, maybe it's not for students that are high achieving. And I want to make sure that I explain to you through this presentation that that's actually not true. Career education can be utilized by all types of students, even students that are just coming out of high school. And then also, what do you think it is? Do you think that career education is something that is specific to just a couple majors or to maybe just a couple jobs? And that's what I'm here to explain to you as well, that it's very broad and it's something that you can definitely utilize for all sorts of majors, depending on what you would like to pursue. And then also, is it an option for you? Isn't an option for a high school student that might be high achieving, that has a lot of IB scores or AP scores. This is something that we can all utilize, and we can utilize it to our advantage as long as we speak to the right people, such as our academic and career counselors. And then what are the misconceptions? Like I just said earlier, sometimes the misconception is that certain students are the only ones that can access career education, or career education is not for me because I want to transfer to the university and I just need to focus on my general education courses or my major courses in order for me to transfer out of the community college. And that's a misconception. Career education can be utilized in a variety of different ways, which is what I'm about to explain to you now. All right. So really quickly, I want to cover today's agenda. So we're going to overview a career education have an overview of career education programs and certificates available at Irvine Valley College. We're going to go over career exploration options, access to IVC Career Center's resources, access to IVC's Handshake job posting site, and also give you tips and strategies to further your academic career profile. But really quick, I just want to show you the graphic that I listed here. But because here at the Career Center, we want to make sure that every student goes through this little graphic. As you can see, step one is self-discovery. We want to make sure that the student understands their interests, skills, values, so that they can pick the right major or career. A lot of times we talk about marrying our major because people are a little bit nervous to make that first commitment, make that lifelong commitment sometimes that they think it is, because if they invest this time and money into their education, they want to make sure that it's the correct thing. But in order for us to understand if that's the correct thing, we want to make sure that we have self-discovery so we know exactly what we want before we actually pick something. And then we can do career exploration, which is where our career counselors come in, like myself, so that we can help you job search. We can help prepare your resume, your cover letter. We can help you with interview prep. We can help you with all of the things that will get you to the next step to do the thing that you actually would like to do. And then we can actually help you plan so that we can plan the right courses with your educational plan and make sure that everything's correct so that you can get to your goal quickly and hopefully along the way get a part-time job, an internship, a volunteer opportunity so it can supplement whatever you're doing. And then we're just going to go for it. Now, things to keep in mind. Really quick, I just wanted to hit you all with some facts really quick. So, on average, the typical person will work 88,000 hours over a lifetime. Now, that's a scary number, but it's definitely something that's a part of life. And we want to make sure that some of our students, we want to make sure that your career aligns with that sort of value. Some students do not want to work as much. Some students want to work as much as possible to make as much money as possible. So it just depends on what your values align with. But on average, 88,000 hours over a lifetime. Also, career planning results in having realistic career goals, right? So when you career plan, when you meet with a career counselor, you want to make sure that you talk about realistic goals. Oftentimes, students get a little bit confused because they don't want to work as much. They don't want to be stuck in an office all day, but at the same time, they want to make a whole lot of money in cybersecurity, or they want to go into computer science. So some of those things might be a little bit contradicting because of our values. Sometimes students want to work outside, but at the same time, they want to do something that is not as hands-on, right? So we just want to make sure that we have realistic career goals so that we can select the right thing. Also, the occupation you choose has a big impact on many aspects of your life. Narrowing your choices somewhat helps define your lifestyle and give you a clear picture of who you are, right? So as we narrow down our choices with career assessments and with talking with career counselors and also our professors, it can narrow down some of the things that we actually want so that we only have maybe 2 or 3 choices, but 2 or 3 really solid choices that we would like to pursue. So this can define your lifestyle and give you a clear picture of who you are. We want to make sure that we're comfortable with the education that we're getting, the major that we choose, so that once we graduate, we can become the person that we've always wanted to be. Also, when you are faced with many career options, you may take the time to explore them in depth. Instead, you may feel overwhelmed. Now, we don't want to hit you with a whole wave of information, which is what I might do a little bit later in this presentation. But we want to make sure that you have the correct tools so that you can narrow down your choices to have 4 or 5 solid choices so that you can reconnect with a career counselor one-on-one so we can kind of plan through it and actually have a plan of action to get to your career goal. And then lastly, who have completed career exploration have more confidence in themselves and are more motivated to achieve their goals, right? So somebody that actually knows what the plan is and maybe even knows just what the next step is, because a lot of my students, they always want to know what's next. They want to see what they have to do next. They have short-term goals. So if we're able to keep the student understanding what exactly they're supposed to do next, then the student stays motivated and the student can see a little finish line instead of the really big picture that seems really far away. All right, so us here at the Career Center, we can definitely do all those things for you. Now, a really quick interesting stat is about 41% of recent college graduates and 33.8% of all college graduates are underemployed in that they are working in jobs that don't require a college degree. Now, this is really important because oftentimes we always hear about students that graduate with a bachelor's and they can't find a job. And oftentimes it's because, well, they don't have 2 years of experience or 3 to 5 years of experience because they just graduated. How are they supposed to do that if they were going to school the entire time? So we don't want students to fall into that situation. And that's what I'm here to do today, to explain career education so that students might be able to get some experience. So once they do graduate with their bachelor's, they have years of experience in doing something else in entry level positions that are affiliated or related to their career field so that we can get a job faster and become the person that we want to be or that we had in mind at the beginning faster. All right. So here are a couple things about career education. So career education provides students with technical education and training to prepare for high skill, high wage, high demand careers. So that's something that we want to make sure that everyone understands, is that this is here to supplement. Some students want to get a certificate or want to pursue career education because that is the one thing that they want to do. A perfect example is like welding. Some students really want to do welding and fabrication, or welding when it comes to gas and electric or piping. So that is going to be their specific career. But that's a misconception about a lot of career education, is because that is one thing, but we can also use career education to supplement something such as accounting, business administration, real estate, whatever the case is. We can supplement to inspire and help students get high skill, high wage, high demand careers even early on in their college experience or their college journey. Career education courses provide transferable workplace skills as well. So when we pursue career education courses, it provides us the skills that we need to actually do the work outside of school. Sometimes when we're going to college and we're pursuing all these things and we're passing our classes, sometimes we might feel like, is this all necessary? Is this something that I'm going to utilize actually when I start working? And career education can actually give you a glimpse of what is actually going to happen when you start, or when you clock in on that first day of work. Career education programs offer students an additional option to traditional college prep programs as well. So a lot of students are saying, um, especially students that we see that are high achieving students that come right out of high school and want to pursue something here at Irvine Valley College. They say, I'm here to finish my general education, my major preparation, so that I can transfer to the school that I've always wanted to go to. And a lot of those students kind of overlook career education, but we want to stress to you all that career education is something that they can add as a cherry on top to their college application when they transfer to make themselves more marketable. And also, Irvine Valley College offers more than 100 career-ready associate degrees and certificates in 21 industry sectors. So we have a lot of stuff for a lot of different majors. Even if your primary goal is to transfer and get your bachelor's or your master's or even your doctorate degree, we can help you supplement all of that with career education. And I'm here to tell you how. Now, there are two types of certificates that a student might be able to take. So I wanted to make sure that I explain these two types. One is a Certificate of Achievement, or a COA. So this Certificate of Achievement requires 12 units, a minimum of 12 units in the certificate program, and it must be completed at Irvine Valley College. And that is a COA, Certificate of Achievement. Also, the Certificate of Achievement is transcribed and recorded on the student's academic record at the college. So these career educations are something that we want to also take very seriously at the same time, because they can be permanent on our college record. And then also the Certificate of Proficiency. So there is a difference between the Certificate of Achievement, the COA, and the Certificate of Proficiency, the COP. So the Certificate of Proficiency is granted for the completion of a specified program or specified courses whose total requirements is less than 18 units. So sometimes we have certificates that are a lot more than 12 units, and sometimes we have certificates that are less than 18 units. So either way, both of these certificates, although one might be a little bit more rigorous than the other, both certificates can definitely supplement a student when it comes to actually obtaining an entry-level job or getting more experience in their actual career field. So those are the two types of certificates. Now, when we talk about certificates, we're talking about just major courses. So a lot of times students get a little bit confused when we talk about associate's degrees. Now, an associate's degree is going to require you to do general education, right? Plus our major courses, plus elective courses, so that we can get to a minimum of 60 units in order to either transfer or get an associate's degree. But when we talk about certificates, we're only talking about major courses, so only courses that you would need to utilize, or that only courses that you would do for specific types of work. So, for instance, for business administration or accounting, we have a certificate specifically for accounting that requires just accounting courses or management courses. We also have certificates for computer science and also some computer management certificates, so that those only hit those types of courses that can relate to that specific career field. So we want to make sure that you understand, even though we are advertising these certificates, they are not going to require you to do additional general education. They are just going to require whatever course that is listed. All right. So here's one thing that we want to stress to a lot of students. It's called the 1-to-7 ratio. And this is something that we really want to stress to students who are coming right out of high school and are thinking about pursuing a job while they go to college, but at the same time, they want to do something that's actually related to their career field rather than just doing something that just comes and falls right in their lap that actually isn't going to help them in the future. So the first thing I want to mention is, for a doctoral or a master's degree, for every one occupation that requires a master's degree or more, okay, there are two professional jobs requiring a university degree, such as a bachelor's degree, right? So if you all don't know the difference between the master's or doctorate and the bachelor's is your traditional degree that you would get in maybe 4 to 6 years at the university, right? So for us at the community college here at Irvine Valley College, we want students to complete their general education, which means that they're a lower division student or a freshman or sophomore. And then once they transfer to the university, then they will become an upper division student where they would obtain their bachelor's degree. So now for every one occupation requiring a master's degree or more, there are two professional jobs requiring a university degree. So as you can see, there's one job for someone with a master's or a doctoral degree, but for every one job, there's people below them there's two jobs that require university degrees or bachelor's degrees. Now, for every one occupation requiring a master's degree or more, there are two professional jobs requiring a university degree, and 7 jobs requiring a 1-year certificate or have 2-year degrees. Now, there are so many jobs that are available because there have to be people that are in the related career fields that are under the people that have doctorates, masters, and bachelors. So those people are the people that are in entry-level positions and they have certificates or associate's degrees, and they're able to work with those people that are actually doing the job that you would like to do in the future, right? So it's really important that if you have a certificate available to you, then that makes you knowledgeable to get into the entry level job or these 7 jobs that need to be under the ones that you actually want that require a master's and a bachelor's degree. Now, although we haven't completed these master's or bachelor's degrees, we want to make sure that we are available so that we can get those jobs that require certificates. All right. So really quick, I just want to talk about transfer options too. As you can see at the top here, there's a doctorate degree, a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, and then here at the community college, what we offer are associate's degrees, vocational certificates. So we want to make sure that we highlight this because this is where we can really get a head start on some of the things or the experience that we can obtain before we actually get our master's, bachelor's, or doctorate degrees. Now, just really quick, we want to share some career education options here at Irvine Valley College. A lot of times we talk about students and we talk about things that students can pursue. So here's just a snapshot of all of the things that Irvine Valley College career education offers. So as you can see, some of these careers or some of these things might be gateway careers or gateway entry level jobs that might be able to help us get that career in the future. So like I said, just getting that 3 to 5 years experience while we're in school, so that once we graduate, once we have the degree, once we have the minimum qualifications for the job that we actually want, we're ready for it. Okay, so here is a little side-by-side between a student who's trying to transfer to a university here at Irvine Valley College and a student who is obtaining a certificate here at Irvine Valley College. So you can see we're going to talk again about the accounting certificate, which is extremely popular here at Irvine Valley College. So as you can see here on the left-hand side, the IVC student that is pursuing an accounting certificate would do Accounting 1A, Accounting 1B, Management 104, and then 3 courses from the courses listed right here below, okay? But at the same time, a student who is also here at Irvine Valley College that is pursuing a Cal State Fullerton business major, they would be doing Accounting 1A, Accounting 1B, Management 104. And as you can see, these courses are very, very similar. And just because you might be pursuing the business major here at IVC and you want to transfer to Cal State Fullerton, which is one of our local universities, you can also get your accounting certificate as well as transfer. So I'm not saying here that you should definitely do a certificate and that's all you should do. This is something that you can do as an extra thing that might require just 1 class, maybe 2 more classes, so that you can do that. And then you can also transfer, right? So this is a side-by-side that we like to use a lot just because it's very, very similar. Okay. And here's one thing that we want to make sure that we highlight as well as the School of Business and Science programs here at Irvine Valley College. And as you can see, there are so many certificates, associate's degrees for transfer, associate's degrees, in all different types of areas such as business management, accounting, computer information management, CIM, real estate, and paralegal studies. So all of these things are available to Irvine Valley College students so that they can jump into the world of work way before that they even thought of. Now, here is the certificate of achievement when it comes to accounting. So as you can see here, students that would like to do the certificate that might already have a plan of trying to go to UC Irvine for business administration, or you go to Cal State Fullerton for business administration as well, they can also get their certificate of achievement in accounting because these courses, all they are requiring is Accounting 1A, Accounting 1B, and then also here you can see that we have an honors course as well, which is like a gold star in your college transcript before you transfer. But you can do these courses, Accounting 1A and Accounting 1B, and then you can also do Management 104. And all of these courses are transfer prerequisites for the degree at Cal State Fullerton or UC Irvine so that you can transfer and become an upper division student there. And then as well, here you can complete a minimum of 4 courses from the following here too, which most of these courses are also either required or recommended courses for the major preparation so that you can transfer to that school as well. So all of these can be achieved so that you can leave here with an associate's degree for transfer at Irvine Valley College and also a certificate that can help you get a job and also at the same time make your college application a lot more valuable and a lot more attractive to these universities. Now, we want to make sure that you understand too that a lot of students might be high achieving once they enter into Irvine Valley College as well. And as you can see for accounting, these certificates are stackable. So you can get multiple certificates if you do and plan accordingly and talk to a counselor to make the correct educational plan. So as you can see, here's a certificate called Computerized Accounting. And if you were to do these 3 courses, then you would only need one more course to get your second degree. Okay, so you can do these 3 courses. And as you can see, spreadsheets is an advanced Excel course that you can use to make calculations, do taxes, budgeting. And then after you do these 3 courses, you can get your second degree. So you just need one more course. And then you can get your third certificate by doing one more course, which would be Accounting 1B, and then your fourth, and then your fifth. So a total of 8 courses and you can get 5 certificates for accounting. And that can make your resume look like a shining bright diamond between all the other resumes that are submitted for entry-level positions, especially for internships as well when it comes to accounting firms or some sort of business. Now, I wanted to touch on this as well because we keep talking about accounting, we keep talking about business because it's very popular here at Irvine Valley College. But we want to also stress that as career counselors, we have direct routes for internships and certificates. And one of them is the Redwood CPAs that are actually in Irvine, California here. That's very local. And we can find this on Handshake, and we can also direct you towards this so you can get an internship after you receive your certificate, which would make you more marketable and which would give you a better chance of actually getting that internship as well. Now, also related to the accounting major or the accounting certificate, we have a lot of students that would like to start working right away. And a lot of students choose to do these accounting certificates and they are efficient in Excel. And a lot of times these students might feel comfortable getting an entry-level job. And H&R Block actually has entry-level positions that are seasonal that are great ways to gain experience for being a tax associate and getting experience and knowledge for that sort of system and that sort of thinking when it comes to business. Now, kind of switching gears a little bit, we want to make sure that you understand different types of certificates, such as the one called Human Development that Irvine Valley College offers. Now, this one is extremely popular as well for students who want to get into education. And the reason why we highlight this is because this one also, the certificate is also very short. As you can see, you can do developmental psychology or developmental psychology, childhood and adolescence, HD7 or Psych 7. Then also HD15, socialization of the child, or Soc 15. And as you can see, you can do these 2 courses and also 6 units from these courses as well. And a lot of these courses will help you get an associate's degree for transfer so that you can transfer to the university. But at the same time, you would also be able to get these courses so that you might be able to become a teacher's aide, or you might be able to work at a preschool or at a daycare so that you can do something that is related so you can have some experience and years of experience before you actually get that degree. And right here is another very, very close contact that Irvine Valley College works with. We actually have workshops monthly with this company, and it's called Childcare Careers. And this Childcare Careers website, we have a contact person that we speak with all the time, and we refer students to this place. And this specific staffing agency is able to interview candidates, and they're able to place students in specific preschools or schools that would be related to their major. And at the same time, if a student wants to and is still completing human development or child development courses, then this company will actually reimburse the student for the cost of the class as well. So that's a really, really interesting thing that they do. And it's really helpful for students, especially if students are not eligible or receiving financial aid. Now, also we have a certificate of proficiency for CCNA or Cisco Certified Network Associate for routing and switching. So this is a very, very specific certificate that we have for students who are looking more to get into computer science or looking to get into something within the tech field. So as you can see, we have certificates that are as short as 4 courses that can give you essential working skills so that you can actually start working an entry-level job for this. And the reason why we bring that up as well is because some of these degrees, or some of these certificates or associate's degrees, they can open up things such as computer programming, computer systems networking, legal assistant, paralegal, business administration. They can open up a whole lot of doors so that a student can actually get real experience and actually have a real shot at obtaining a job at a young age, right? So as we can see here, more than 50 openings a year paying 20 plus hours, $20 plus per hour requiring an associate's degree or less. right? So Irvine Valley College can help you with all these certificates, all these associate's degrees. So by the time that a student transfers and goes to the university at Irvine Valley College, or after they finish at Irvine Valley College, then they can definitely dip their toes in the water so that they can get that experience and also get paid for that experience as well. Now, going off the tech little role that we're going on, our Career Center coordinator and counselor, her name is Amanda Romero. She was able to help a student a while back ago, and her name was Sharin. And Sharin was a student here, and she visited the Career Center, and she actually had graduated with her bachelor's degree already, but she was wondering why she wasn't getting any interviews and wasn't getting a job after she graduated. And she visited Amanda, and her and Amanda actually revised her resume. And Amanda tells the story all the time, and Amanda realized that Sharin was not able to get an interview and was not getting the respect that she deserved because she wasn't listing the coursework that that should be highlighted on her resume. And her and Amanda revised her resume and made it look a lot nicer, made it look a lot more clear and concise, and also highlighted some of the coursework that she had actually done. And she started to get interviews, and she actually started to get a couple of jobs that were entry-level jobs after also completing some courses here at Irvine Valley College, such as the computer systems information management courses. And some of those things were able to get her into those entry-level jobs. And eventually they started putting those experiences on her resume with Amanda and building her resume. So it got more and more professional, and it got more and more clear and more advanced. And eventually, Amanda and Sharin stay connected, and now Sharin is a program manager at Google. And you can see here that Sharin actually reaches out to Amanda all the time, thanking her for actually showing that it wasn't her. It wasn't her fault that she wasn't getting internships. It wasn't her fault because she was a good student. She just wasn't doing her resume correctly, and she just needed a little tweak here and there and a little bit more pushing when it came to revising the resume. And that's all it took for her to become a program manager at Google, which was ultimately Sharin's dream. So it shows that certain things, such as courses, such as these, and as you can see, I'm showing the Information Technology Fundamentals Certificate of Proficiency here, so that students might be able to pursue some of these things to help them in the long run so that they can get experience earlier. So they might not have to be in a position that Sharin was in, where you graduate with your bachelor's and now a student might be extremely nervous because they don't know what's going on. Did I get this bachelor's for no reason? Did I pick the wrong thing? What's happening? And that's what the Career Center is here to help with students all the time. We help students that are here at Irvine Valley College. We help with students that are incoming. We help with students that already have their bachelor's, and we help them get the things that they need so that they might be able to get the job that they've always dreamed of. Now, we also want to talk about majors and careers too. So I just want to reiterate that when you meet with the career counselor, we're going to talk about career, major, and then academic plan, okay? Because we definitely don't want to do any planning before we are set on a career and a major. So one of the great ways that we can kind of set that precedence and have a base layer of knowledge is by completing a Counseling 12 career exploration course here at Irvine Valley College. And for high school students, that might be something that they might complete in the summertime here at Irvine Valley College, or maybe their first term here at Irvine Valley College. So that's definitely something that can be taken advantage of and can give you a leg up on just having a base knowledge of what exactly to do and how the community college actually works. And then also just talking to a career counselor, taking some career and personality inventories or assessments so that somebody that would like to pursue a specific major, a specific career that might be a little bit more detailed than another one, maybe more detailed than like a psychology or business. That's when we want to make sure that an undecided student has some sort of knowledge about themselves, their skills, their interests, their values, so that we can hone in on those things and make the right decision. All right. Now, the Career Center's goal is to help you prevent this by help you prevent being in the situation that Shirin was in by exploring and deciding and planning. Now, the hardest part for most students is deciding. The Career Center counselors can always help you with exploring and planning, but deciding is something that we often run into a little snag with, because that is something that everyone's just a little bit nervous about. Like we said earlier, trying to marry that major, trying to make sure that that major is exactly what you want. And that is just trying to take that leap of faith and trying to decide and making an educated decision. And the best that we can do is give you all the information that we can so that you make that educated decision instead of just guessing. Now, if a student is still a little bit confused about their major, one of the things when I was a community college student was that I was a little bit confused because I played a lot of sports when I was growing up, and I realized that I wanted to be a physical therapist to help those that were hurt while they were playing a sport, because I had gone through that when I was playing sports too. But I realized that I was a little bit confused about my major, and what I wanted was actually really contradicting. I hated science and math, but at the same time, I would want to be a physical therapist, which required a lot of science and math. So we just want to make sure that you take the right career and personality assessments. You want to make sure that you do some job searching, you do some research on the actual job that you would have available to you once you completed all your education, to see if you actually want to do that specific thing. But at the same time, here at the Career Center, we actually offer industry speakers, a variety of workshops, and also interviewing tips and job preparation skills, so that you can actually see someone that does that job and relate to that person and see if that's something that you would like to do in the future. Um, this is just a little bit of statistics to show you that the Career Center provides over 1,700 services per year. And also we have a relationship with our students. We see our students on average around 3 times, because we see our students over and over again, because this is not just a one-stop shop. We want to make sure that a student is being taken care of. We want to be updated on the student's progress. We want to make sure that each student reaches their goal. So we offer counseling appointments, workshops, and events all throughout the year. And also, we want to make sure that a lot of students, although you might be high school students, if you're taking dual enrollment courses, or if you're eventually becoming an Irvine Valley College student later on after high school, then you can take advantage of us as career counselors with all of our resources. And at the same time, you have the availability and you have the chance to participate in mock interviews, internship panels, and also job fairs, which are extremely important, so that we can prepare you and so that you can actually talk to the industry leaders when they are on the Irvine Valley College campus too. And here is just some examples of some of the workshops that are offered here as well, such as resumes, elevator speeches, cover letters, interviewing, education options, career chats, where we actually have people that are doing the career that you might be interested in the Career Center here at IVC, so you can actually talk to them. All of these things are great resources. We also offer a Career Launch Academy, where you're able to receive a certificate for just pursuing career readiness and actually doing career exploration. And it's a month-long Career Launch Academy where you only meet 4 times for 1 hour, and you're a part of a cohort, and we're able to lead you to that certificate as well. So that's also something that you can put on your LinkedIn or on your resume as well. Also, the Career Center offers the Strong Interest Inventory. So that's something that is available to all IVC students as well. And it's a free assessment. It's one of the strongest personality assessments that helps you understand your actual skills and interests and values. So we're able to offer that to IVC students without even taking a class. And that's just something that we are able to give the IVC students right off the bat. So really quick, with the time that I have left, I want to make sure that I explore a couple websites just so you all have the ability to do some career research yourself. And I am going to go ahead and put all of the links to these websites in the chat so that you have them. So I just did that right now. And as you can see, I'm going to highlight California Career Zone first. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen for a second. All right. Okay. And now I am actually going to share my screen again. And the first website that I want to make sure that you all are aware of is California Career Zone. So that's the link that I posted in the chat as well. And California Career Zone is a really helpful resource because it has this one activity which is free for everyone as long as you create an account. And it's called Make Money Choices. And Make Money Choices is really interesting because, as you can see, I have an account and I'm able to log in. So when you access this Make Money Choices, then it's a very realistic assessment, which is something that a lot of students don't actually think about once they are thinking about career exploration, which is if you pick a certain career or if you pick a certain major, is that major or career going to be suitable for your lifestyle, right? The way that you want to live. So here you can see budget how much money you'll need. So as you can see, you can pick actually where you live. So we're in California and we're in the county of Orange. And you can say, do you want to live with your parents or do you want to rent an apartment or do you want a place of your own? And you can see that that might cost you on average that amount of money. You can click next and then you can say, do you want a phone? You're going to pay for gas and utilities. Do you want a home phone, which maybe some people don't want a home phone nowadays. Do you want cable? Do you want internet? And as you can see, that might run you $220 an hour. And you can go further and further and you can see actually how much that might cost you month to month. And that is going to be something that you can relate to an actual career. And if the career that you choose is not something that satisfies your needs when it comes to month needs that you have just from life, then maybe we want to select a different career. And that's something that a lot of students don't realize that we can definitely take advantage of. So that is actually California Career Zone. And then here's another one called Road Trip Nation. Road Trip Nation is really useful. And like I said, you can access this for free. If I click what we offer on Road Trip Nation and then click on Roadmap Tool, as you can see, I have an account, but if I didn't have an account and I was a new user, it would ask me what my interests are. So as you can see, I can choose one of two. I can click Armed Forces, I can click Business, I can click Building Things, okay? And then it's going to give me all types of things that I might be interested in as well on my profile. Okay, so that's another way that you can utilize and another way that you can see what your interests are and see what careers might match your actual interests, values, and skills and your personality too. Another one that I want to share with you is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And this is a really up-to-date official site that is always updated. And it's really nice because it has videos of what a career might actually entail if you choose to pursue it. So right here, I'm going to put occupation groups, and I'm just going to go ahead and click on healthcare. And it'll give me all sorts of other careers or career options that I might be interested in. And as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and click EMTs and paramedics, and it has a video. It has a summary of how much the median pay is. It has what they do, their work environments, how to become this career or how to become this professional, the pay, and also the job outlook to see if there's going to be careers for this specific thing in the future. So this is a really good one-stop shop for the things that we actually would like to know. And then also one of my favorite websites is Own It Online. As you can see here, it's not as user-friendly as the other ones, but it is probably the most powerful. Here, I can go ahead and use this website to actually make my resume a lot better because a lot of students that are just starting out that would like to get some jobs, even before they get their certificate, maybe they need to work right away. Maybe they have some experience as a cashier, or maybe they have some experience in fast food, and they want to make sure that they are able to put these professional experiences on their resume in a professional way. And I always tell students, if you're interested on explaining how your experience is supposed to look on your resume, ONET can definitely utilize ONET. You can definitely utilize ONET so that you can make your resume a lot better and a lot more professional by explaining what you actually did at that job in a professional way. So I usually go through this with students, and these are all things that we can put on your resume just by clicking on typing in cashier on this website, and it can give me all the things that you might have done as a cashier or with whatever experience that you might actually have, right? And then one of the last things I want to show you all is with Handshake. Now, Handshake is a paid resource that is accessed through IVC. So if you have an IVC email, you can actually sign up for Handshake using your IVC email. And Handshake is a paid resource because it's for students and employers that are very serious about getting somebody to do the actual work. So as you can see here, here are some jobs. And if I click on jobs there, I can go ahead and click on accounting or type in accounting. And I can go ahead and pick on the location, Irvine, California, and then internship. And it's actually going to give me all sorts of internships that a student might have available to them if they're in a beginning or entry level position, so that they can do a summer internship, or they can do an internship that is something that they are selected for, that they can put on their college application or their resume. So that's a really powerful resource as well. But I want to be considerate of the time and answer any questions that everybody has. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now. But the last thing I want to touch on really quick is just my contact information. So here it is. So if anybody has any additional questions and they would like to, maybe if they already have an IVC student ID number, they can make an appointment with us. Or if they end up being an IVC student, then they can also go ahead and contact us through here too. You can also stop by if you have an IVC ID number. We're in the Student Services Center, SSC 230 on the Irvine Valley College campus. And if you just want some general information, you can either call or email us at ivccareercenter@ivc.edu. So I appreciate everybody's time. I hope that wasn't too fast, and I hope that was helpful, and I hope you're able to get those links in the chat so that you can do some career research on your own too. But all right, thank you so much, everybody. I'll go ahead and stop sharing, and I'll answer some of the Q&As, I believe. Okay, so it looks like someone asked, is nursing a career education program? How can I get a bachelor's degree through IVC in nursing? Yeah, so IVC actually doesn't have a ADN, which is an associate's degree of nursing. IVC has the prerequisite courses to prepare you for that actual degree. But Saddleback College actually does have a nursing program, and students might be able to do their prerequisite courses here at IVC. And then once they are finished with those, they might be able to apply to all nursing programs at community college, or they might be able to apply to Cal State Fullerton Nursing, Cal State Long Beach Nursing, UCLA Nursing. So IVC does not have a bachelor's degree in nursing. But there are community colleges that have associate's degrees of nursing, so you can get your actual nursing degree. It's an associate's degree, but it's through the community college. In order for you to get a bachelor's degree in nursing, or a BSN, you would actually have to go to a university such as Cal State Long Beach or Cal State Fullerton or UCLA. And also, nursing is not a career education program. No, I'm sorry. Career education, that's a really big, long program. Nursing is, because it requires anatomy, physiology, microbiology, all of those things. So that will be a really large associate's degree that will require general education as well. So I hope that answers your question. All right. And then another question is, do you have any courses for math? Yeah, of course. We have all types of courses for math. We have courses such as statistics, calculus, analytic geometry. We also have differential equations, trigonometry. We have pre-calculus. So it just depends on what your major and what you're trying to pursue. So that you can do the correct math course. Now, if you were pursuing something such as nursing, then we would stress that maybe you should do statistics But if you were going to pursue something such as accounting, maybe we would prefer statistics and also calculus, and maybe starting off with trigonometry and going from there. So it really just depends on what your major is, because we would hate for you to do a math class and then you decide on a major and you have to do another math class or a different math class because that math class was not the right one for your major. Because there are specific math courses that a university may want so that you can do them at the community college and then transfer over to the university. All right. So hopefully that answers your question. And that's a really good question. Thank you. Um, I'm glad you all thought it was helpful. Thank you. And do you have another question is, do you have certificates for auto mechanic? So we do not have a certificate for auto mechanic, but we can get you in contact with those types of programs as well. But definitely we can try to get you something here for auto mechanic. Yeah, that's something that we definitely need to work on for sure. Um, but yeah, I don't see any other questions here. And going off of the auto mechanic certificate question, that's another thing that we want to stress to all students is that even though we are IVC, Irvine Valley College Irvine Valley College counselors and career counselors, we're going to try our best to make sure that you achieve your goal. Because whether that's through transfer or whether that's doing your prerequisite courses here, and then finding the program that you would like to do. A lot of students ask those specific questions, such as, is there a dental hygiene program, or is there another program that we may offer? And oftentimes we want you to do your prerequisite courses, like courses to prepare you for that associate's degree or certificate. And then so you can go ahead and transfer out and obtain that degree that you actually want. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any other questions though? Anybody else at all? Anybody at all? All right. If that's all that we have, I guess that's it, right, Denise? Thank you all for coming. I'm glad everyone was able to attend, and I know it's Friday, so I'll go ahead and let you go. And like I said, you can go ahead and eat some dinner and enjoy your weekend. And also, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.